Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all having a great Tuesday. Anyway, today you see we have some packs of 1990 Maxx racing cards. Decided today we would go ahead and rip 4 of those from that box that we purchased recently on eBay. Got my Beckett down here underneath the camera, so this way, if I do have some questions about some rookie cards, whether or not a card is a rookie or not, I'll be able to look that up immediately. You see 15 collector cards, drivers, teams, and action. I'm not sure if that Roman numeral 3 refers to a third printing, because there were some errors in the first printing that I'm aware of. So maybe these are corrected versions. And there you also see the back. It says Winston Cup Scene. So send name and address for free sample of America's #1 publication, blah, blah, blah. I had a subscription to NASCAR Winston Cup Scene at the time. There's the Maxx information. There's a little bit more. So there's what the packs look like. Again, the camera's not picking up the true greenness of it. It is a very, very vibrant pack. So let's go ahead and open. This is the first pack of 1990 Maxx I've opened probably close to 20 years. Very cool. We start off with Paul Andrews. Paul was the crew chief for Alan Kulwicki. Just finished. It's kind of ironic that we just mentioned Winston Cup Scene there. Scene Vault podcast, friends of the channel, just finished doing a 3-part interview on Paul Andrews. Go listen to it. It's very good. A lot of good stories there. So let's look up the card number 132. I'm just going to look real quick and see if this is a rookie. I don't think it is. It actually is a Paul Andrews rookie. Very cool. I'm not going to do this with all of them. Just a few of them maybe that I have questions about. But that border, that highlight is actually a greenish color. Almost like not a neon green, but it represents like a neon light. So this is a very, very 90s set. And then there's the back of it there. As a crew chief, it has his career records up to that point. Shows his children, his wife, his date of birth, so on and so forth. So very cool. Place for an autograph if you choose. I always like to get him autographed on the front. There you have Joe Henry Thurman, former Busch Series competitor. Billy Standridge. Billy owned his own Busch Series cars. He passed away, sadly, a few years ago. Also owned Standridge Salvage Auto Parts in Shelby, North Carolina, because I think that's where he's from. Does not say where he's from, but I'm pretty sure it was in Shelby, North Carolina. There's Ernie Elliott, crew chief for his brother Bill for many years. Elmo Langley, famous for being a pace car driver and a longtime owner. He had 2 wins in the Cup Series as a driver in 1966. Bob Jenkins had a long tenure with ESPN. Ken Squire. Ken is a longtime announcer. Had worked with TBS, CBS, and a few other networks along the way. Mike Joy, who's currently NASCAR on Fox's lead anchor for NASCAR. Winston Kelly. Winston, I believe he's in charge of the Hall of Fame. NASCAR Hall of Fame, that is. Very nice. Davey Allison, 1989 race number 9. That was the 1989 Winston 500 that Davey won at Talladega. We also have the 1989 Cup Series champion, Rusty Wallace. Flip it over, Stan Barrett, I'm sorry. This is a Hollywood stuntman, but he did race several Cup Series races in the 80s. Sterling Marlin during his time with Hagan, Billy Hagan. Butch Miller, longtime ASA competitor. And Slick Poston, who worked in the Hendrick Motorsports. Can't remember what he actually did. This is an all-pro card. Gear specialist. Doesn't say what team, but I'm pretty sure that he worked with Hendrick Motorsports. So we'll go to pack number 2. We're just going to do 4 packs right now. Give you guys a little look at these cards. And I do have a factory set of these somewhere, but it's not in great shape. So we have Rick Mast. Bobby Hamilton, who sadly passed away a number of years ago. Ned Jarrett, father of Dale and Glenn Jarrett. Chris Economaki. Chris is no longer with us. He was a mainstay for CBS and a few of the other networks. Barney Hall, who was the voice of MRN for many years. Of course, sadly, Barney passed away a couple years ago. There's DW doing his version of the Icky Shuffle in the Daytona 500 Victory Lane in 1989. There's our first repeat, Rusty Wallace, 89 champion. Race number 25, so this is going to be, if I remember right, Charlotte. Should be, it's either Charlotte or Dover. I can't remember the schedule, so it's All Pro Auto Parts 500, so that would be Charlotte. Then we have race number 19, Michigan. Rusty won this race. It's a very interesting race, fuel mileage race. Bill Elliott, race number 14. That would also be Michigan. Miller 400. Right there. We have Sterling Marlin winning the Winston Open in 1989. He transferred immediately to run the Winston right thereafter. There we have Kyle Petty driving for Felix Sabates. Very cool looking card. We have Will Lind, who was a crew member for Dale Earnhardt's team for many years. Dick Trickle, 1989 Rookie of the Year, the oldest ever Rookie of the Year in the Cup Series. And race number 6, the Valleydale 500 at Bristol. Bobby Hillin blew his engine. At the time, this race had a record 20 caution flags in it. The 1989 Valleydale 500 probably doesn't mention the 20 caution flags. But, no, it does not. But throw that one in your YouTube machine, 1989 Valleydale 500. That was a really good race. Really, really good race. 10 cars finished on the lead lap. And it was the race that Ernie Irvan really first got noticed in as becoming a contender. Race number 7, North Wilkesboro. There you see the last row of the field. Ken Schrader there in the Folgers car on the left, and Eddie Bierschwell, the Oldsmobile number 23 on the right. That race was Phil Parsons did not qualify, and Bobby Hillin did not qualify. So you had two big sponsored cars that didn't make that race. Richard Petty, very nice Richard Petty card there. Phil Parsons, this is his short time driving for Morgan McClure. Bobby Hillin. How ironic we mentioned those two, for they D and Q for this race, and here they are back to back. Mickey Gibbs, who was driving for a family-owned team sponsored by Days Inn. Bob Whitcomb, of course, he would win the 1990 Daytona 500, owning the car that Derek Cope drove. Longtime crew chief Cliff Champion. Dale Jarrett. Dale raced for Cale Yarborough in 1989, 1990. He eventually relieved for Neil Bonnet. There's Harry Gant. Brandon Baker, who is the son of Buddy Baker. I believe I have that right. Let's look. Son of Buddy Baker. Okay, very good. Bob Tullius. Now, this may not be a name familiar to a lot of NASCAR fans, but sports car fans of the 80s will recognize this name immediately. In the IMSA GTP series, he ran what was called Group 44 Racing, a team of Jaguars. There you see Group 44 on his shirt. And in the Cup Series, he ran Pontiacs with the same color scheme, just a white car with two-tone green, kind of like a neon green, and a deeper green, maybe like a forest green or something. Very nice cars. They had their best finish was at Watkins Glen. I believe they finished 9th with Jim Sauter. See if it says anything about that. Nope, it just lists the stats. They ran 7 races. Greg Sachs, who in 1989 started the year for Buddy Baker, ended the year with Tom Winkle. Mike Beam, longtime crew chief. Hut Strickland, 1989 rookie contender. And Leo Jackson, who was the car owner for Harry Gant during the early 90s. Doing our 4th and final pack of the day. Not sure who or what we're going to come across in here. We start off with Mike Beam, so another duplicate. Hut Strickland. So the coalition, not the greatest. There's Trickle again. Dave Marcus, longtime independent driver. Rick Wilson, who ended his driving duties at the end of '89 for Morgan McClure and went to drive for Raymock in 1990. Had a horrible season. Jimmy Horton, who drove for car owner Stan Hover in the Cup Series. Stan Hover is a number 80 S&H Racing, usually a Ford or a Pontiac. There you see Mike Alexander. Mike's son Justin is the crew chief now for Austin Dillon in the Cup Series. Mike was hired to be relief driver for Bobby Allison in '89 after '88 when Bobby got hurt. Mike was hurt at the Snowball Derby in 1989, so that's where he ran one race. He just didn't feel good running, and Dick Trickle took over and won Rookie of the Year. There you see Jimmy Spencer when he's driving for Buddy Baker's team. Danny Schiff, who was co-owner with Buddy Baker. Tim Brewer, longtime crew chief. DW, who was the most popular driver in 1989 and 1990. Harold Elliott, engine builder for Raymond Beadle's team. And then we have Club Maxx, and then Eddie Wood. So Club Maxx, there you can just read the information about it. Just kind of tells you what you can get. And then on the back, it's just also a checklist of cards 179 through 200. So hope you guys enjoyed this little walk in the past, a little history lesson. Tried to give you a little bit of knowledge of what I could about all the different owners and drivers and teams and events and so forth. So most of those events took place obviously in the 1989 season, and my mind is still very fresh of NASCAR of the 89, 90, just that late 80s, early 90s was really when I watched it real well. So we are up to 231 subs. It's pretty exciting. As you know, we get to 500. We're going to do a giveaway. I'm looking forward to giving away a relic card. So hopefully we'll get to 500 really soon. Figure it's going to take maybe 5-6 months. Somewhere in that neighborhood, we'll probably get there. But when we get there, we'll do a giveaway. You guys know it'll be a relic card. I'm not going to go over it, but I just appreciate all the likes, the subscriptions, the comments, etc., etc. It's really helping the channel to get noticed out there, and we're gaining a little traction. So once again, thank you all to all you guys making that happen. Not sure what we're going to do tomorrow. I say that a lot, but we end up coming up with something. So I hope you enjoyed today's 1990 Maxx Racing cards, ripping 4 packs. So maybe we'll do some of those Ignite tomorrow. Maybe I do have some die-casts that I picked up over the weekend. I do have some 89 Donruss, 91 Topps. Got a little bit of everything going on. So don't know what I'll decide to do tomorrow, but you guys will be the first to see it. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow.